Let's talk about the enemy. If we can imagine the journey of our lives as a game, it provides relative and practical terms for living. Game is defined as a form of play or sport, a competitive one played according to rules decided by skill, strength, and or luck, essentially ending in a definitive result. With this in mind, let's dive a little bit deeper. To play is to engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation, not seriousness. A sport is something that requires dedication, discipline, and a desire to win. And so the game of life can be played recreationally or it can be played as a sport to win. To be competitive at this game, one must play it as a sport. The game of life is played every second of every day, and the less time you spend actively playing, the less competitive you become. Rules are meant to govern conduct, prevent chaos, and make things a little bit more fair. When rules are followed, there is a reward, and when they're not followed, there is a penalty. To cheat the rules is to forfeit a true win. Nothing is ever truly won without earnesty. Yet, the fashionable thinking is that rules are meant to be broken. Skill comes with training, as it is the refinement and sharpening of talent. Once skilled at the game, you can make moves strategically with calculation and precision. Skill also provides sight. It provides understanding and the determination to win. Strength is measured via a person's physical, mental, and emotional will. Strength provides hope and the ability to persevere, thus granting endurance. Endurance well needed to persevere through the challenges of the game. Luck is governed by chance, something beyond our control. Those who are lucky may say that they created that luck, while the unlucky will define failure as a result of bad luck. To believe in luck is to rely on it. When we rely on luck to win, we will surely lose. The concept of luck removes responsibility. It removes accountability. In a spiritual sense, good luck is a result from having a healthy and honest relationship with the game you're playing. It comes as the assistance of divine will. Bad luck will be understood as a result of not having the right consciousness during the time of play. If we choose to see this correlation, it becomes apparent that our life is meant to be won. But what is the prize and what is at stake? Winning means advancing. It leads us to the next level. In a sport, winning grants one notoriety amongst their peers and those running the show. In life, we must choose to win, and when we do it, it affords us respect, which we can use to help others. Winning is to achieve the desired outcome of a game, to triumph, to succeed, to overcome adversity. This leads us to the final postulation that there is an adversary in this game, an opposing force, which we must overcome. The layman may see the opponent in the faces of the people surrounding them, or the environment. The religious will see it as the devil or a horned creature per se, but the spiritualist will see the true adversary as themselves. So let's try to break this down and simplify it just a little bit. So we're going to assume that life is essentially a game because we're all familiar with that idea. We're all familiar with that concept. We're all playing games. And so that makes it a little bit easier for us to digest this concept. In a game, the more you play, the better you get. If you're living your life and you're not actually aware of what's going on, you're not conscious, you're not making decisions consciously, you're not giving 100% effort, it doesn't really put you in the game as a serious player. If you want to be a serious player in the game, consistency is everything. Devotion and endurance become real things. Skill becomes a real thing. All of these things that we're speaking about here are actual tools that we need in order to reach our potential, which is to win the game. Now, when we look at the game and we're saying, okay, if we're playing a game, we have to be playing against an opponent. There needs to be an opposing side. And this is why we're calling this the enemy. The enemy essentially is going to be that force that doesn't want to see us win, that doesn't want us to reach our potential. And so as we're playing the game, we need to identify clearly who is the enemy? Who am I playing against? And so when I'm saying that the adversary could be the people around us, the environment around us, the circumstance and situations that we're placed in, the layman is going to look at life that way. The layman's going going to look at life and say, oh, okay, everything outside of me is the true enemy, is my opposition. I'm competing against the outside forces that exist. The religious people will come in and say, hey, there's a devil. The devil doesn't want to see you win, which I do agree with too. There is a devil. There is an opposing force that doesn't want you to realize your potential. And yes, we are combating that. We are combating the people who have evil eye. We are combating the devil. But the true enemy, the real enemy, the thing that we need to overcome is the laziness inside of ourselves, is the desire for comfort and convenience, the desire to not push forward, the desire to not climb higher. That is the true enemy. The true enemy is within ourselves. It's that voice inside of ourselves. Is it coming from the environment around us? Is it coming from the devil? We don't really know, but what we do know is that there is something inside of us that is telling us not to move ourselves forward, and that is the enemy. That is the thing we need to combat against. We need to combat against that voice inside of us that tells us, hey, you can't do this. You shouldn't do this. You won't do this in regards to reaching our potential. And so when we're going to enter into this game of life, which we're playing anyway, you might as well play. You're in the game, whether you want to be in it or not. If you're alive, you're playing. You're in it. So you might as well play it to the full capacity that you can. You need to play with every single thing you got. There is no days off. There is no breaks, because the truth of the matter is that we are here for a very, very short time. And the short time that we have here, we need to take advantage of it. We need to maximize our potential. We need to see where we can go with ourselves and what we can achieve in this life. And once we get to that place where we're becoming successful, we need to apply that to the people around us, not look at the people around us or the environment around us as an obstacle, but as something that we need to feed, something that we need to give. We need to help other people once we get to a place of winning. We need to cultivate other people. We need to set a good example for those people around us. We need to love those people. And once you get to a place where you have won internally, you can then turn the game outward. You can turn the game towards the things that are going on outside of you and apply love to those things. And that's how you help those things win.